Welcome back to my channel. So in the last video we had seen about the derivation of Bresenham line drawing algorithm. Now in this video we will see one example of Bresenham line drawing algorithm. Okay, so this is the example where we are having the two endpoints of the line. The first endpoint is 3540 and the second endpoint is 4345. So first thing, we will calculate some initial values over here, like delta x, that is nothing but 43 minus 35, that is 8, and delta y is 45 minus 40, that is 5. Then we need these terms 2 delta x and 2 delta y, so we will calculate that also. 2 delta x is 8 into 2 16 and 2 delta y is 5 into 2 10. Okay. So after this we will calculate the slope first. Slope is 5, that is delta y divided by delta x. So that is 5 divided by 8, which becomes 0.6, that is less than 1. So we will write the two equations of decision parameter pk equal to 2 delta y minus delta x, and pk plus 1, that is next decision parameter value, is equal to pk plus 2 delta y minus 2 delta x into y of k plus 1 minus yk. So these are the two equations which we have derived in the previous video. Okay, so now we will write down those conditions also, like if the decision parameter value is equal to 0 or if it is greater than 0, then y value will be incremented and x is anyways incremented in both the cases. Okay, the value of x will be incremented in when the decision parameter value is positive or when it is negative. At that time also x value will be incremented. Now when this decision parameter is positive, we will increment the y also. Okay, and when the decision parameter is negative, we will keep the y as it is. So these are the 2 points in both the cases. Okay, it depends on the value of decision parameter. So now let's start solving this sum. So our initial pk value will be 2 delta y, that is 10, minus delta x, that is 8. So it comes to the value 2. Okay, so our initial decision parameter is 2. Now this 2 value is a positive value. So we will start writing these equations. We will follow certain notation over here. First we will write the value of k, then xk yk is our starting point. Okay, then next pk value we will write, and next we will write the new points. Okay, the new point which we got. So first time the iteration of k will be 0. So our initial point was 35 and 40. So we'll write that over here. Initial value of pk, that is 2, and then x of k plus 1, y of k plus 1. Now this pk is positive, so we will go to this condition. Pk is positive, what happens? X is incremented and y is also incremented. So our earlier x value was 35, now it will become plus 1, that is 36, and 40 value of y will become 41. Okay, now again we will calculate the new value of decision parameter, updated value. So for that we will follow this equation, p of k plus 1, that is nothing but old pk, okay, previous value of pk, that is 2, plus 2 into delta y, that is 10, minus 2 into delta x, that is 16, multiplied with y of k plus 1 minus yk, that is the new value of y, 41, minus old value of y, that is 40. So it becomes 1. Okay, so now when we solve this equation, we will get the value minus 4. So that is our next value of pk. So we will write the next iteration when k is 1, our previous point. Now this point, whatever is the point over here, it will come over here. Okay, it will become xk and yk for the next step. So this is 3641. Now our value of pk is negative. So when pk is negative, it will come into this case and only x will be incremented and y will be the previous value. Okay, So we are going to increment this x. It was 36 over here, so now it will be 37. And what about y? Y was 41, so now again it is 41 only. Okay. Why? Because this pk value is negative. Next step, again we will calculate new value of pk, new decision parameter. So in that again we will put the previous decision parameter minus 4 plus 2 delta y minus 2 delta x into, now it is 41 and it is also 41. So 41 minus 41 is 0. So this entire term gets cancelled. So what is the answer over here? 6. So now we will write the next iteration. Again this 37 41 will come over here. Okay. And the value of pk is 6 now. As it is positive, we will increment x as well as y. So we are incrementing 37 to 38 and this 41 will become 42. Right? So now again calculate the new value. 6 plus 10 minus 16 into 42 minus 41 is 1. So if we calculate this equation, we will get the value 0. So again we will take this 38 42 over here and the value of pk is 0. That again it comes in the first case, that is if pk value is equal to 0, we will have to increment x. So x becomes 39 and we will have to increment y and y becomes 43. So after that we will write the next iteration. So before writing the next iteration, we will calculate the new value of di. Okay. So again it is the previous value of di was 0 plus 2 delta y minus 2 delta x into 1, because the value was 43 minus 42, it becomes 1. So if we calculate this equation, the answer is minus 6. So our new, we will write the next iteration. It was k equal to 4. The xk yk is 39 comma 43. Pk value is minus 6. So what is the new value? Now this pk is negative. So only x will get incremented. Y will be the same. Okay. So x was 39. Now it will become 40. And y was 43. Now again it will be 43 only because this value is negative. Calculate the new value of decision parameter again. So it comes around 4. So we are putting that 4 over here. And as it is positive, we will increment x by 1 as well as y by 1. Right? So next step again, when we calculate, we get the answer as minus 2. So when it is minus 2, we are going to increment only x-axis. Y-axis will not be incremented. Okay. Then in the next step, we get again a positive value, that is 8. So we will increment 42 to 43 and 44 to 45. And then we can notice that this is our end point, which is given in our question. That was 43 and 45. So this is our end point. We reached the end point. So that's why we will stop the algorithm. Okay. So this is one of the example. And the second example that I will take is of slope greater than 1. Okay. So in this example, the points given are 1, 1, 6, 7. And when we calculate the slope, okay, these are the initial parameters. Delta x is 5, delta y is 6, 2 delta x is 10, 2 delta y is 12. So here slope is nothing but delta y divided by delta x. So 6 divided by 5, what is the answer? 1.2. So it is greater than 1. So it will, here in this, the two equations will slightly change. The value of pk will be 2 delta x minus delta y. And the value of pk plus 1 will be pk plus 2 delta x minus 2 delta y into bracket, instead of y, we will be having x over here. X of k plus 1 minus xk. So whenever this pk value is greater than or equal to 0, we will increment x and y. And when pk is less than 0, x will be the previous value and y will be incremented. Now in both these points, you can see that the y value gets incremented in any of the cases. Okay. The y value will get incremented even if the decision parameter is positive or even if it is negative, this y value will get incremented. And similarly, for this x, we are taking a decision. It depends on the decision parameter value. If the decision parameter is positive, this x value will be incremented, and if decision parameter is negative, it will take the previous value of x. Okay, so these are the initial things that we will write, and then we will start solving the problem. So our initial value of pk, that is p0, will be 2 delta x, that is 10, minus delta y, that is 6. So the value comes as 4. That we will write in our first iteration, k equal to 0. The first point was 1, 1. Value of pk is 4. So when the value of pk is positive, we are incrementing both the points. So we will increment x as well as y. So calculate the next value of di by using this equation, pk plus 1. So we will get the answer as 2. So we will write here the next point, that is 2, 2, and the value of pk is 2. So again it is positive, so we are going to increment both the values. Next time the new value of di comes as 0, we will write over here, and then again it is going to the first condition. So it will be again incrementing x and y coordinates. Okay, so it becomes 4, 4. Now next time we get the value of pk as minus 2. So we are writing that over here. So when the pk is negative, we will only increment the value of y, and the value of x will be the same. That's why this value of x was 4, here also it is 4. And value of y was 4, here it will be incremented by 1. So next time again calculate the value of pk plus 1, that will be positive. So when this value is positive, we are going to increment both. So this 4 will be incremented to 5, and 5 will be incremented to 6. And next again we calculate a new value of di. So it comes as 6. Again it is a positive value. So it will increment both x and y coordinates. X will be 6 and y will be 7. And here we come to know that this is our last point. Okay. Our question was to solve, to apply this Bresenham line drawing algorithm for the coordinates 1, 1 and 6, 7. So once we reach this end point of the line, we have to stop the procedure. Okay. So I hope this video is fine. You got the concept of Bresenham line. In the previous video, I had given you the PDF file related to these two examples also. I have created only one PDF file in which you are having the Bresenham line derivation and these two examples. So please refer that file, and to go to the previous video, I will provide the link in the description box. So please have a look at that, and thanks a lot. Please share this video. Try to share it and try to comment if any problems are there, or if some errors are there, you can comment. Or if you want some other topic to be covered, that also you can write in the comment box, so that I can think about the next video. Okay, so thanks a lot. We'll meet in the next video.